Today, the Starpro Nimbus lace boxing gloves get the fit to box treatment. Hello and welcome to Fit to Box channel. I'm Coach Simon, and here on Fit to Box channel I bring you all things boxing equipment. Today is the top end pair of Starpro's latest gear that they have brought out, and they have brought out a raft of new products, and these are the Nimbus, and these are their top of the range gloves. As you can see, Nimbus React on the front there, and as you can see, a very striking pair of boxing gloves when it comes to the style, as I open that up for you. So let me just have a little close look. So you can see there's like that pattern that is on the thumb and going over the rear of the actual back of the fist. Then you've got that angled cuff, first seen on rival gloves, but you've got that paddedness that goes up on the angle of the cuff. You've also got an embossing there, SP Starpro, and then on the front you've got obviously the laces. You've also got like a triangular red piece there, and then you've got that grip bar, and you've got that punch position as well. Okay, so these are cowhide leather. They come in 12, 14 and 16 ounce, and these are £209.99. Okay, so let's have a closer look at these gloves. The knuckle. The knuckle, that is quite a firm knuckle. So I would say a firm to medium knuckle there. As you can see, you've got the profile of the glove there. So it's not too big and it's not too small in terms of the narrowness. You've also got a nicely tucked in thumb as well. And in there, they've got something called the Nimbus React foam. Now, all I can say is that is layered padding and it does protect the hand. Let's have a look at the thumb. As you can see, a lovely pattern on there. And then on there, you'll see that even though the leather attachments appears to be a little bit far back, it still doesn't mean that you can thumb in the eye. So what they've effectively done is they've got, as I put it on, they've got their thumb attachment there, which is normally there. I can't push the thumb out too far to thumb somebody in the eye. So you've actually achieved a very good fist position by way of the fact that they've got that nicely placed, nicely done attachment on that thumb. On the inside of the thumb, you have got very small but two air holes. I don't even know if you could pick that up on the camera, but two air holes on the inside of the thumb. When we come onto that wrist, of course, you've got the slanting angled wrist. You've got the embossing, which I do like. As I bring it around for the front, you've got that Nimbus React on the front, and you've got also padding on both sides. Now, if I show you the padding, you've got a padding there which is thinner, and you can see there that is really thick padding at the rear. Okay, so Starpro have said about that protecting the back of the hands when you're blocking, and it definitely does that. As I feel in there, I can sort of feel a square, as if like there's like a rubber in there, as if they've put something in to make the weight up. It certainly is a stiff glove when it comes to that wrist area, and certainly there is really good protection there. When it comes to that wrist, it looks good visually. I think it looks good. When it comes to function though, of course you can't track the laces across them because of the angle, so you do end up just tying it like a normal glove. There's no advantage to those bumps in terms of how you tie the glove up. Face of the glove. Okay, so you have got at the top of that grip bar, you have got 4 air holes. You've got a grip bar, which is a soft grip bar, okay, but it's quite sizable. You've also got a mesh triangle there, and I like what they've done when it comes to the red and the black on these gloves. And of course, as mentioned, you've got those thinner pieces of padding going up either side of the laces. Stitching, I would say this is a very well made glove. Okay, very good construction. As I bring it around, you can see all the areas that you need to see when it comes to what they've needed to do. I'd say very well made, and also I do like the leather that they've used as well. And then onto the lining. The lining is a soft lining, gets a little bit damp after use, but of course it does dry out. And then inside you have got a label. One of them is like a QR code, and one of them is actually saying 16 ounce, and that says made in Pakistan, 16 ounce, and that's a Starpro. Okay, first up to the scale, the left glove, 17, and the right glove, 16.7. Okay, so let's have a look at the comfort. So I'll put my hand in, good fist position, good protection at the rear of that wrist. Keeps the power line when it comes to punching from sort of the rest of the arm, because it is nice and firm in that area. I can open up, albeit with a little bit of effort. Okay, now these are getting better the more I use them, but it's fair to say when you first have them, they're quite stiff. They get better the more they use. These will even get even better, even from this position here, but I have to point out that these are quite a stiff glove. Certainly you have to put some effort in to catch those shots. When it comes to the other one, now both of these, when it comes to the finger pad and the fingernails, both of these are comfortable. As I say, it's just a little bit of more of an effort to open up those hands to catch the shots. And there, as you can see, that's kind of where they go up to in terms of opening the hands. Again, there you've got the thumbs that are tucked in, and these really do feel very supportive in this area here at the back of the hand. So, because of the stiffness to open, I have to say I do prefer these on the bags to sparring. I found them nice in sparring in terms of protection on the actual knuckle. I didn't have any problems when it come to the thumbs, and also with that really great protection for blocking. I really saw a benefit of having that sort of padding at the rear of the wrist, but I do prefer them on the bags, and I think I prefer them on the bags because you've got a good fist position and you've got a good wrist support, and that is prior to obviously using the laces. With the laces it's even better. So these will go into the Fit to Box heavyweight lace price division for gloves between 201 English pounds and 400 English pounds, and 251 US dollars to 500 US dollars. Okay, so Starpro, there's the card that's on the screen. Style 95. I really do think that they've tried to do something with the style on these gloves. They're quite a unique looking glove, and I really do like what they look like in that red, the white, and also the black. Style 95. Comfort 94. A little stiff. Definitely stiff at first, but as you start to use them, they start to soften up. But these are a more stiff glove than, say, a winning or a fly glove. Durability, very well made, 95. Okay, so the stitching, the leather they've used, and also the lining, all good quality, so durability, 95. Then we come on to the sparring, 93. That's mainly due to sort of the stiffness when opening the hands. Again, if these were a bit softer, I think these would get more points in that area. Also on the bag, you have got the protection on the wrist to stiffen the wrist up. You have got a good fist position, and I've gone slightly higher on the bag at 94. And value for money, 94. Okay, so £209.99 for a Starpro glove. Yes, They have put a lot of style in. Yes, they have thought about it. But what I would say is when you look at the other gloves out there, the gloves that are like 150, 160, 170, 180, and the big brand names that are in that sort of area, to then spend the extra on a Starpro Nimbus at £209.99, you would have to really like the styling of these gloves to want to pay the extra. As I say, I think at that price it's a little bit overpriced in comparison to the amazing brands and amazing gloves that are sort of in that lower bracket. These of course going into the Fit to Box heavyweight division, which is for gloves between £201 and £400. Okay, so some big hitters in that division. The division below is the Fit to Box middleweight division, which of course is from £101 to £200. And I think that this glove would sit better in that division as opposed to the higher price division. So I'll also put onto the screen the Fit to Box report card. So as you can see on there, the things that I like about these gloves, the features of the gloves, and also improvements that I think could be made that would make this glove a higher scoring glove in my list. Talking about my lists, if you go onto fittoboxchannel.com, you can see all of my price divisions. You can see exactly where these gloves rate and rank in those price divisions. Of course, for this particular glove, just look in the heavyweight lace price division and you will find this card in there. So in summing up, I really do like what Starpro have done with these gloves. These come out at 94.1. That is one Fit to Box star. As you know, that is very good. And also, there's a lot of good gloves out there, and these are rated as very good. Okay, and I don't say that lightly. I think sometimes people see and they go, oh, they've only got 1 star. But you know what? To even achieve 1 Fit to Box star is a real achievement, considering all of the gloves that don't get any stars. These gloves are almost like a little bit of an opposite to the previous glove for Hayabusa that I reviewed. Hayabusa glove was very soft in the wrist area, and these ones are a bit too stiff in the wrist area in terms of the thickness at the back. And I can't tell you, I'm going like that, they're literally that thick in the back of the wrist. So this glove would definitely benefit from being softer in this sort of area here and softer in this area here. And once they've done that, I do think that these gloves would rate higher. So of course, the more I will use them, the more they will soften up. I've done 100 rounds of testing with these so far. They are better now than they were on day one, and I do think that they will continue to soften up and improve. But if you're looking for a glove that is soft and ready to go from the off, then these do take quite a bit of breaking in. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box channel, and I shall speak to you soon.